I'm Cape Jewel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at all-new, all-different Avengers Annual, issue number 1. Man, that's a lot of A sounds. This is an anthology tale focusing on Kamala Khan, the new Ms.Marvel's fan fiction. Doesn't that sound like a fun time? Let's hop on in and look for ourselves, shall we? Alright, so as the comic opens up, Ms. Marvel returns home from a hard day of superheroing with the Avengers. Now, as it was established in the first couple issues of the Ms. Marvel solo series, Kamala Khan is a big fan, writer, and reader of fan fiction, and such she decides to check out how her stories are doing online. She is, however, shocked to find out that people have started pairing her with both Nova Sam Alexander and Miles Morales Spider-Man of her own team, to which she takes offense to, cause hey man, we're just friends, it's strictly professional, I tell ya. Kamala decides to take up her grievances with the site's admin in hopes that they could somehow foster a meeting between her and the person who wrote this story. Granted, this all is going to take some time to accomplish, so it looks like Kamala has some time to kill, which means we're going to be sitting here and reading some stories with her. What a framing device, I tell ya. The first piece of fan fiction starts out well enough. It's a team-up piece between Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, and Carol Danvers, her friend and mentor. This one actually is written by Ms. Marvel writer G. Willow Wilson, and it's clear the lady has a grasp on fan fiction, what with every character being over dramatic and over explaining everything that's going on. The story takes a quick turn, however, when Carol Danvers ends up dying and bequeathing the title of Captain Marvel to young Kamala. And then the original Captain Marvel steps out of a space portal and says, okay, taking my title as Captain Marvel, get back in the kitchen, lady. It's called a mantle, not a woman, told you dumb broad. Needless to say, Kamala is none to impress, but hey, that's just fan fiction for you. Anyone can write it. From there, we transition on over to a very cutesy but ultimately quite directionless story involving She-Hulk, again, kinda like real fan fiction. Third up, we have the anthropomorphized furry-esque story wherein Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, becomes a snake Hiss Marvel who teams up with her good buddy Miles Morales, the Spider Mole. So yeah, it's a bunch of animal-themed visual gags, take it or leave it. The third story is probably my favorite, and that is a big meetup between the unbeatable Squirrel Girl and Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel. A meeting so titanic that everyone in the Marvel universe shows up to see what they're going to do. Honestly, I'm surprised Marvel hasn't found a way to team up these two quirky characters just yet, but then again, they're kinda saying that the two meeting up is ultimately a very fanfic idea. They fight for a little bit and then eventually make friends and team up because hey, isn't that just every superhero team up ever? And lastly, in this fan fiction cavalcade of so-called literature, we have the much dreaded self-insert fan fiction. It's about some dude who talks about how great he is and how Ms. Marvel is his best buddy who respects him and helps him beat up his shitty father who doesn't understand him. Now, eventually, as the comic winds down, Kamala does finally get an internet face-to-face with the person who wrote the story that started off all these events, and turns out it's actually Miles Morales. Wah wah. From here, could they be implying that while Ms. Marvel may not have any feelings for the guys on her team, maybe that's not true the other way? That's up for debate, but all I know for sure though is that when they eventually do reveal who the fanfic admin is, it turns out to be none other than Phil Coulson. All new, all different Avengers Annual number 1 was a harmless little comedy romp. Believe it or not, before your old pal Kate Joel started styling and profiling, traveling around the world reviewing comics, he actually did read a lot of fanfiction in his formative teen years. I never wrote any if that was your next question, but you know, I can appreciate the jokes this comic threw down about particular types of fanfiction that you find, with the one major glaring omission of disgusting slash fiction. Or God help you, the religious fanfiction. That's a whole sphere unto itself. Beyond that though, I don't think the comic is gonna change anyone's life. In fact, of the 2 all-new, all-different Avengers books that came out this week, you should probably get issue number 13 if you actually want to follow the story. Overall, decent but not great. I would give it a 6 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.